My dear readers, listeners, and, of course, friends. The Oberth-class starship, a significant vessel within Starfleet's exploratory and scientific missions during the 23rd and 24th centuries, relies heavily on its warp propulsion system for interstellar travel. Central to this system are the warp coils, which generate the warp field necessary for faster-than-light travel. This study delves into the specific engineering impacts of trilithium resin residue on the efficiency and performance of these warp coils, a subject of critical importance given the increasing usage of trilithium-based compounds in warp core maintenance and the potential for residue buildup over extended periods of operation. The warp coils of Oberth-class starships are precision-engineered components that convert the immense energy output of the matter-antimatter reaction into the warp field that envelops the vessel. These coils are typically composed of a complex alloy matrix designed to withstand extreme temperatures and subspace stresses. However, the introduction of trilithium resin, a highly potent substance used to stabilize the warp core and enhance energy efficiency, has raised concerns about long-term residue accumulation and its effects on warp coil functionality. Trilithium resin is a synthetic polymer derived from trilithium, a rare compound known for its high energy density and stability. The resin is utilized primarily for its ability to act as a buffer and stabilizer within the warp core, preventing fluctuations in the matter-antimatter reaction that could lead to catastrophic failures. Its chemical structure is characterized by a complex arrangement of trilithium atoms bonded within a polymer matrix, providing both flexibility and robustness under high-energy conditions. During normal operations, microscopic particles of trilithium resin can become dislodged and transported through the plasma conduits, eventually settling on the surface of the warp coils. This residue is a byproduct of both the continuous high-energy reactions within the warp core and the physical vibrations experienced during warp travel. Over time, the accumulation of trilithium resin residue can lead to a coating on the warp coils, which in turn affects their efficiency and operational parameters. The primary engineering impacts of trilithium resin residue on warp coils can be categorized into thermal regulation, electromagnetic interference, and structural integrity. The residue acts as an insulator, inhibiting the effective dissipation of heat generated by the warp coils. This can lead to localized hotspots and thermal gradients, which may cause uneven expansion and contraction of the coil materials, ultimately compromising their structural integrity and leading to microfractures. Trilithium resin residue has distinct electromagnetic properties that can interfere with the precisely calibrated electromagnetic fields generated by the warp coils. This interference can cause fluctuations in the warp field, leading to instability in the warp bubble and reducing overall propulsion efficiency. In severe cases, it could even result in the collapse of the warp field, necessitating immediate shutdown of the warp drive. The physical buildup of residue adds mass to the warp coils, altering their dynamic balance and increasing mechanical stress. The additional mass can also cause uneven wear and tear, particularly during high-speed maneuvers or emergency power surges. Over time, this can lead to deformation of the coil structure and a subsequent decline in warp field generation capability. To address these engineering impacts, several mitigation strategies and maintenance protocols have been developed. Implementing a routine schedule for the cleaning of warp coils using specialized solvents designed to dissolve trilithium resin without damaging the coil material. This involves the use of automated drones equipped with micro-scrubbers that can access the tight confines of the warp nacelles. Installing advanced filtration systems within the plasma conduits to capture trilithium particles before they reach the warp coils. These filters utilize a combination of magnetic and chemical attraction to isolate and neutralize the resin particles. Developing new warp coil alloys with enhanced resistance to trilithium resin buildup. These materials incorporate nanocoatings that repel the resin at a molecular level, preventing accumulation and maintaining coil efficiency. Utilizing advanced diagnostic tools, such as subspace tomography and resonance scanning, to monitor the condition of the warp coils in real time. These tools can detect early signs of residue buildup and allow for proactive maintenance before significant degradation occurs. The engineering impact of trilithium resin residue on the warp coils of Oberth-class starships represents a complex and multifaceted challenge. Through a combination of advanced materials, innovative cleaning technologies, and rigorous maintenance protocols, it is possible to mitigate these impacts and ensure the continued efficiency and reliability of warp propulsion systems. As Starfleet continues to explore the far reaches of the galaxy, understanding and addressing these technical nuances will remain crucial for the success of its missions and the safety of its crew.